we're talking about home organizers. You know, the superheroes who swoop in and save you from drowning in Amazon boxes, mismatched Tupperware, and that closet full of someday jeans.
Yeah, it turns out hiring an organizer isn't just about pretty baskets and rainbow-colored closets. It can actually save you money, reduce stress, and maybe, just maybe, stop you from buying that same screwdriver set 3 times because you couldn't find the first 2.
Facts. So grab your label maker and brace yourself because peace of mind might actually fit neatly on a shelf. Who knew? Hello, and welcome to another episode of Chicks in Construction. I'm Mikki Paradise, and this is my co-host,
Jessica Abreu.
Yeah.
And today we have amazing guests in the studio. Please welcome.
I'm Maria Butler. I am the owner of Clearly Organized, a local organizing company.
And I'm Sarah Tiani. I design custom closets and offices and built-ins and such.
I'm very excited to have these amazing guests on. I'm going to tell you a little story. We're gonna give you a little background. So it goes like this. As we know, I am a special trash collector. Me and my husband both. We're a problem. It's a problem. I have hired on 3 separate occasions different organizers. Maria's the third, and she's the last, and I'm going to tell you why. So the first organizer shamed the shit out of me. Like, I walked away feeling like an absolute piece of garbage myself. Like, because she was...
Do you feel like special trash or just
trash?
trash?
Oh, no, it was not special. I was not special. I was just trash. It was real bad. So she made me feel horrible about myself. And I think that was like her tactic. Like, I think her tactic was if she could make people feel bad about themselves, like they would stop collecting trash. But it honestly made my trash collection worse. Like, out of like self-soothing, I went and bought more trash.
I will spite you.
In spite of her, I went just, so that was the first one. And I was like, I'm never doing this again. So then I hired another company, and that was real bad because they milked it. So I spent a really stupid amount of money.
For them to come with like one thing at a time?
They came to organize my trash. When I wanted to get rid of my trash, they organized the trash. And I was like, no. And then it was just like, give us the money. And I was like, mwah. So when I was realizing that my house is yet again full of the special trash, I reached out to Jess. And what's funny is I forgot that I reached out to Jess and asked her if she knew any organizers, because when Maria came to the house, she was like, oh, I know Jess. And I was like, that's amazing. And then I reached out to Jess, and she's like, Mikki, I literally recommended her to
Literally told you.
So Maria has come several times, and every time, let me tell you, this woman knows where the bodies are buried. If you want to know about my special trash shame, she knows all about it. We've so far gone through my craft area.
Mm-hmm. I like that you do this.
Yeah, because it's not like I actually craft. I just collect craft materials, essentially, is what I'm doing.
And then have like multiple projects started.
Yeah, started. There's a lot of things in the started and in progress section.
Yes, in progress.
Wait, I will say I pared it down quite a bit. Maria was very impressed.
She did.
She did a great job. She was like, you're doing such a good job. And I was like, sweating, just throwing trash out. Like, it was like making me feel nauseous. And then we went through the laundry room, which hilariously, I haven't even told you this yet. So we literally, I have, every good contractor has 75,000 random screws in 72 different jars in their laundry room. Or maybe not laundry room.
Right?
You never know. You never know. And this weekend, we switched out some outlets and did some stuff because my niece is moving. So we're like getting her room ready. And Hector's like goes into the laundry room and he was like, whoa. First of all, the laundry room's been done for 2 weeks. So he didn't even know.
So we know who doesn't do the laundry.
Right. We know he doesn't do the laundry. So he walks in and he's like, whoa, everything's gone. Did you throw everything out? And I was like, I did. And he was like, that's okay. And he goes into the shed, his special trash shed, and he finds his backup.
The backup container of screws.
His backup container of screws. And he was like, I knew I was going to need this for something. And I was like, you think Maria's not coming for that shed, and you're wrong. She's already seen it. She's made direct eye contact with it, and she's coming for your shed.
The shed is on the list.
It's on the list. It's on the list. She saw it, and she goes, oh, I can't wait to get in here. And I was like, I don't know. This is the special trash shed.
Yeah. Hector's going to be very sad to lose any of his special trash.
He really is. So the reason why we have these illustrious guests on today, I know it doesn't seem construction related, but actually we have discussed that organizing and kind of paring down, if you will, culling the disgusting trash that you might be hiding all throughout your house. You may not be like me. You might. I don't know. But if you have a lot of stuff, it is beneficial for you before you decide whether you need to move, because we kind of discussed this already. Like if you need to move, if you are about to have a renovation, kind of getting your stuff together, getting organized is really important. And then Marie actually introduced us to the closet goddess, if you will. And she was like, I'm not coming on the show unless Maria comes because we're a good team. And I was like, that makes sense, actually. The closet and the organizing goes together. So that is why they're on the show today. And I'm very excited. I think you guys will get a lot out of it. Understanding. We're going to definitely talk about what to look for, like when you're hiring an organizing company and thinking about getting a custom closet. Because there's a lot of like things you need to consider that you wouldn't think of. And I know this because I've hired 3 different companies because I'm kind of a situation over here. So we're going to get into all that. I'm excited. And what else do we got going on?
I think that's it. So why don't we start
Just
off
get
with...
into it. We're not even gonna. That was the chitty chat. That's all the chat you're getting.
That's
folks.
all the chat
Just
you're
kidding.
getting.
We're gonna work it in.
Yeah, we're getting
You know
so
how
much
we
better
do.
at the chitty chat. So
Yeah,
we
we
can just
don't
work it
even
in
need to
now.
like have a designated chitty chat. We're just gonna
like
multiple chats.
We're becoming so much more like normal humans.
I know.
When should you consider hiring an organizer? Like at what point
In the drama of your life.
in your life, in your home, like you've moved or you're thinking about moving, or is it like when the kids have outgrown so much stuff? Like when do you suggest that people really go, yes, I need an organizer in my home now?
I don't think there's a bad time.
Yeah.
I think it's always
I'm
a
like,
good
yeah.
time. But I will tell you an experience. New home is a great time. We actually unpack and organize.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we can actually
Y'all,
come in
Maria's the real deal.
and
Get in on
unpack
this
your
train.
house, get it set up. We bring the product, we take care of everything, break down all the boxes. You just show up and live.
What a dream.
So that is a great time when you're switching houses. Any kind of life transitions, kids are going to school, you start a new job, all those things are stressors.
Yeah.
So having an organized home takes away some of that stress.
Mm-hmm.
So really there's not a bad time, but definitely we see new moms,
Oh.
a lot of new moms, lots of new moms, especially when that
little
second baby
stuff.
comes.
Oh, God.
So lots of new moms that are going back to work.
Mm-hmm.
You see lots of moms that are going back to work, or maybe they've been back to work for a year or 2 and things are just out of control.
Chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't need a baby or going back to work for those to be the situations at my house. I create the chaos without any external stressors.
I think your dogs.
I am
probably.
chaos. Yeah. Oh, they're.
I think there's 4 of them, so they are
So
definitely
many
adding
dogs.
to the chaos.
I love that I'm adding another human to my house. As we've discussed, my house isn't even big enough for our
Your
dogs
dogs.
and us. And I'm like, you know what, niece, why don't you just move here? And she's like, all right. And I was like, oh shit, she's doing it. Okay. All right. So that's when I was like, Maria, I need you to come to my house so I can make room for another human.
Well, and I used Maria both in my own home and with my clients.
Oh,
and
good.
when I was moving my own child into the dorm, I was like channeling Maria, and I was like, okay, so how are you going to use this? Where does it need to go?
Oh my
like,
God,
it's
she really asks those questions.
Yeah, you really like have to work with somebody, or it doesn't do any good. You know,
Yeah.
you have to be part of the process, or
I
it doesn't.
find so, but you have a ton of clients that don't. Like you were telling me you have clients that just like let you loose, and they'll go on vacation and come back and just like let Maria have free reign. Listen, with her, you're good. I don't know about anybody else. That's an okay choice. But I think for me, being part of the process, like I've tried it not, and then I've tried it with. And I think for me, like that's part of like figuring out how you get the best benefit, I think, out of having somebody come in and help you organize is like figuring out how you operate best and how you feel the most comfortable, where you feel like the best return on your investment is. If you're just somebody who's like, I don't want to have anything to do with it, literally get rid of anything, I don't care. I feel like if you're that person, I'm just gonna be honest, you probably don't need an organizer because you're probably good at getting trash. Like, well, but not everybody is a hoarder like me. So you also organize for people that don't hoard.
we actually, you're not a hoarder. I'm just going to go and out her. She is not a hoarder. She is nowhere even close to it. Not even in the top 20
Maria's
houses
nice.
we've seen.
She's a nice lady.
Really not that bad. She's kind of blowing it up a
She
little.
tells me all the time that she's like, you're not that bad. And I'm like, I'm terrible.
No, she really isn't. But it's one of those things that some people are better at getting rid of stuff, but they don't know how to create a system where they can maintain what they've got. So that's another part of what we do, besides the helping you release and the helping you get rid of things, is we set up systems in your home. So we set up ways for you to maintain, ways for you, patterns of behavior that you have to replicate every day so that you keep up the organization. Because I can come in and organize you all day long.
Yeah.
But if you don't follow the patterns and have the self-discipline to put the things away,
Yeah.
you're going to need me back next week.
Yeah.
Well, it's like I design a lot of offices, and I've
Ooh,
learned.
I didn't know you
with
did
people-
office design. Very exciting.
A lot of people are horizontal stackers or they're vertical, and if you give them file drawers and they're horizontal stackers, it won't stick.
Nope.
It won't stay.
No.
You have to meet people where they are.
Exactly.
That is, I will say she's doing a really great job with meeting me where I'm at. So we spend a lot of time. Like I was like holding this one washer in my hand, and she was like, "Do you even know what that washer goes to?" And I was like, "No." She's like, "Why are you having such a hard time with this one washer?" And I was like, "'Cause it's heavy."
That's true. It's so true. But it's what you're connected to.
I literally said to Maria, "It feels substantial."
She did.
I think I said that like 2 or 3 times because like she wasn't buying it, and I was like, "But it's substantial."
Am I just supposed to throw it away?
And she's just looking at me like, "What does that mean?" And
So
I'm like,
we try really hard to give you a reason why you're keeping something and make sure you're keeping it for the right
It's
reason.
substantial. It's not a reason to keep a
Maria
washer.
did not okay keeping that
Or it's
washer
heavy.
because it's substantial.
It was a nice washer.
She was like, "What does it go to?" I was like, "I don't know." She's like, "What will you need it for?" I don't know.
It's so
Just
true.
put it in the shed with
I was
extra
like,
special
"Hold on,
trash.
let me put it in the special trash shed so you don't have to see it until you come for the special trash shed."
I think we might need negotiations with Hector before
Oh,
we do
100%.
that.
I think you need, like, Hector needs to be present for it. So he has to feel when you're like, "So what does this go to?" And he'll be like, "I don't know."
No, but Hector's going to be like, but in 3 days, I'm going to be getting something, and this could go to that.
Oh, 100%.
He's gonna talk his way.
Yeah, so I personally feel like Hector needs to be there physically when you are decluttering his special trash shed. Because, like, listen, I'm with you for every room in the house. I'm like, at least you could show up for the shed. He'll do it. I feel like Hector will use
Begrudgingly.
his Hector charm on Maria, though. We're gonna find out. But Maria you have what, 2 sons?
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're gonna find out. I will report back to you our findings when Hector has his
Will
Maria
you bring
session.
your little violin out to the shed while he's like, I don't want to get rid of it.
So Hector bought me a miniature violin because I'm constantly playing a mini violin for people like on job sites. Like I'm like, hold on, let me get out my mini violin. So he was on the TikTok and he saw an advertisement for a miniature violin that plays music. And he immediately purchased it. And it was the best gift I've ever been given. So that is special trash Maria can't throw out.
No, we
Not
won't throw
yet.
that out.
Not yet. It
We
will
won't get rid of that.
eventually be special trash
When it
that
stops
we'll probably
playing
just
music.
use for fridge scaping. Do you have clients that fridge scape? Have you heard of this? We talk about it now on every
I've
episode.
seen this, and
Tell me you think it's ridiculous.
yeah.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, Jess is like, I need validation from someone in the industry.
I wish I had that life
Same.
where I could put pictures in my fridge.
yeah,
You know
I
why?
didn't
You know
need
why
it.
we can't? Because we're poor.
We're poor. That's why. Poor people can't fridge scape because we don't have a backup fridge for our actual food.
Yeah.
I had one client that sort of did that, and she,
out.
but what she did is she put goal pictures of what she wanted her weight to be in the fridge,
Okay.
Oh.
and did it that way, and made the inside of her fridge very pretty. So it wasn't truly fridge scaping, but yes, I've seen it. And
It's almost like weight shaming fridge scaping.
I kind of, yeah, I kind of equate that to the Khloe Kardashian putting your Oreos in the container perfectly around
Oh,
so
okay.
that you have them in your pantry looking really pretty.
Yeah, but then
She's
you have
wild.
to eat the whole row around so that it's
So next
always
thing you know,
even.
you downed an entire thing of Oreos and you
Well, it's gotta be
didn't
even,
mean
It's
to.
got to be
Exactly.
even. It has to look right. It's going to
Yes.
look weird if you have like a few missing off a row.
Turn the jar around.
Or nobody likes the what's in the orange pouch that completes the rainbow in the pantry.
Yeah.
What? Tell me more
Like
about
people
this.
do the rainbow order for their snacks and stuff, and
Oh.
it looks really cute, but I don't feel like it's realistic.
Yeah, I listen. If I even have snacks in my house, that's a feat because that would require going to the grocery store, and which I'm not going to do. So yeah, we don't even have snacks. We just have a house full of special trash. Like, who needs to
And our
eat
projects.
when you have abundance of special trash? You're just like, this is great. I have everything I need. Okay, so you're talking about when people are moving, when they have any kind of life change, any other like this is the best time to bring in an organizer.
I think anytime they're overwhelmed.
That's what I
think
did.
overwhelm is huge.
Yeah.
And I think we're so guilty of comparing ourselves.
Oh God, yeah.
So, like I said, young moms, we get a lot of young moms, and my kids are older. I've been through this. My kids are
You're like,
22
I
and
know the
19.
deal.
And I'm so glad I went through it before we were so entrenched in social media when
Yeah.
mine were really little. Because these moms are like, all they see are these perfect homes. I'm going to tell you, they're not all perfect.
They'd be lying.
It's a lie.
It's
a
Instagram
lie.
versus reality.
It's a
not
lie.
real.
We're in hundreds and hundreds of houses, and it's a lie.
Yeah.
They might have one little perfect space.
Yeah.
But
They do all their filming there.
it's kind of like, I don't know. I love Friends. It's like my favorite show. And there's an episode where Monica is in the house and Chandler finds her closet.
Oh.
And it's all the junk in there, and Monica's house is perfect. Everybody has a junk area. Everybody has a junk drawer, has an area that they're kind of embarrassed about. They don't want anybody to see. Of course, we're going to put our best up on social media.
right.
But
yeah.
you just got to keep that in mind. So that's one thing we really talk about with moms is you have a 2-year-old, you're going to have toys all over the floor. It's,
I
it's
imagine.
reality.
Yeah.
It's reality. It's life. So let's
You have a
work with
6-year-old,
it.
a 7-year-old, an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old. You're still going to have toys.
22
If you're 43 and you never learned how to do life,
You're going to have toys all over the place.
toys
It's fine.
everywhere, guys.
So that's where we kind of take, my background's in education. So that's where we kind of take that and talk about, okay, how can we make it doable? How can we make it so there's a happy medium between this perfection
Yeah.
and utter chaos? So we kind of, what's age appropriate for your kids to learn? Is the 2-year-old going to be able to clean up an entire playroom full of toys?
0%.
No. But is your 6 or 7-year-old going to be able to know to pull out one thing and put it back before you pull out something else? Absolutely. So let's talk about that. So let's work with that. Let's work within the kids' natural tendencies, within the mom's natural tendencies to get a system going that works for them, not a system that's going to be perfect.
Yeah, that is very true. Listen. If you're shooting for perfection, don't try to be my friend because just listen. I'm just trying to keep everything in my house that's alive, which is quite a thing. It's a lot, and maybe not live in filth. That's a hard maybe though. Like some days it's freaking filthy, and I can only imagine adding a 22-year-old to the mix. Listen. You're here for the ride. I'll keep you posted. It's going to be a whole thing. I will say, as far as closets go, you think you don't need somebody who knows about closets. You do. You're wrong. Let me tell you why. So when we renovated our house, the current house, the layout was real weird, and it didn't have like a true master bedroom. So we took one of the teeny tiny bedrooms that like an actual human couldn't live in, turned it into a bathroom, and then like created a master suite. We took a chunk out of one of the bedrooms to create the master closet. Yeah. So we didn't factor in what it would actually be like with clothes in the closet. So once we were done, we could actually only use one side of the closet.
Oh, no.
I'm a licensed general contractor. So I'm just saying, sometimes you need an expert when it comes to like functional closets. So do you have like any tips like, hey, here's here's what having a professional closet built, like the bennies, what's the pros and cons.
Well, definitely, like a lot of times too, people think, oh, it's not that big of a closet, I don't need a professional.
Yeah.
But most of the time you need a professional more when it's a small closet, because there's a lot of ways to do it wrong.
Oh my God.
And there's a lot of ways to make it look good with nothing in it and then have it not function when stuff's in it.
That's my life.
Yeah, I see trim carpentry closets all the time that are beautiful construction, but the rods are crisscrossed, so you can't hang things on both sides. Like, it's not, I've been doing this for 18 years, so there's
Pro status.
Yeah, but there's not there's only a few rules. It's just most people don't know them, and trim carpenters don't know them. But
yeah, you would have thought that I would have been like, we should measure what it's like with a shirt on that hanger. I didn't.
Oh, so the shirt hangs too low?
No, the rods are too close to each other. So like once there's clothes on both sides, you literally can't get into the closet. So yeah. You need a professional. I'm just saying, if you're building a new house, if you have a tiny closet, if you are living in, if your closet is chaos, the solution might be bringing something in. Now, do you have a minimum size? Is there just hey, it's probably not worth your time if your closet is this tiny, or is there a budget amount? I don't think I've ever seen a single
one where I'm it's not worth doing something.
Okay, so she's never come across a closet that she couldn't make better.
But pretty much true.
Well, what's really great about working with a closet designer is, I know from my perspective, we don't always use our closets just for clothes.
Yeah.
And especially when you have kids, or you have a closet like what's in your office/craft room. That's
real life examples, y'all.
Yeah, it could benefit from shelves.
Yeah.
And what I love about Sarah is she will come in and actually talk to people and say, what are you using this for?
Yeah.
And if it's a client that we share, then the three of us will have conversations about what the use is. And she kind of knows now, because we've been doing this long enough together, that I like certain depths for certain products, and depending on what those things are. So it's really helpful to me because I can send her a picture. This is how good she is. I can send her a picture of a closet and some dimensions, and in 15 minutes I have a drawing.
Ooh, that's
Nice.
awesome.
Talk about amazing.
That is amazing.
Well, and one of the things that I see the most when people are requesting referrals for either of us is that people are embarrassed.
Oh, God, my God,
and
today.
It's really disappointing to hear that you had two people, make you not feel good, because people will be I want to hire an organizer, but I want someone who's non-judgmental. And it's, if you have an organizer that's judgmental, then there's a problem. But it's, but I come into spaces too. And like Marie was saying with shelves, it's people will be like, I'm so embarrassed. My shoes are all over the floor. And it's like, you have no shoe shelves. What are you supposed to do?
Where are you supposed to put them?
And it's, just, I would say for both of us, nobody ever invites us over when things look amazing. No. So it's if you're not walking in and being
to the chaos, then you're like, why am I here?
Right.
So can you take a closet that is completely filled with all the clothes and bins filled with more clothes and the bottom?
She's talking about my closet, not hers.
No, it's mine. I don't have fancy drawers. I just have the wire shelves, and then I put the bins that are supposed to go in those 9x9 things on there, and then there's all the shoes on. I have a couple of shelves for the shoes,
Just wants you to be impressed with her.
No, but I was can you then it is stacked to the gills. There is no more space. My husband has taken most of his clothes now and put them in the guest room closet.
Nice. You're taking over the whole
I'm
thing.
taking over the whole thing. Well, also he works from home and sometimes he has to be on camera. So he has now put a stack of shirts in his office closet. So this way, when he has to be on camera, he just goes in and is like, what shirt did I'll just put this one on over his t-shirt and his shorts. It's hysterical.
He's living the dream. So he comes in, he's in his swim trunks, but he has a business shirt on for his meeting.
You're on camera today?
You're like, sir, don't stand up.
During COVID, I had an infinity scarf. So it would be my pajamas, but I'd be like,
That's a
Yeah.
move. That's a move. You're like, I got dressed today. This isn't hiding anything.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
But I would say like almost every closet I come into, there's at least 30% wasted space. I mean,
Really?
you know, usually the racks are too low and you've got space wasted up to the ceiling. You know, if you set things up properly, it's almost always.
This is for both of you. What is the most common like mistake that people make in their closets or mistake that people make in like trying to organize that you see kind of repeated over and over again?
I see two things.
Okay.
One, too much stuff.
Well, thanks. Just talking about me.
You have X amount of square footage and you have X amount that will fit in said square footage.
Yeah.
Beyond that,
There's no more
it's
space.
just no more
guys.
space.
Stop
what are
buying
you going to
things,
do?
Mikki.
Yeah, Mickey. And the other thing is, and please know, we are all, including self, guilty of this, going and buying the really pretty containers
Oh,
and then
yeah.
they don't fit. Or they don't hold what you want it to hold. Or they don't function like you want them to function.
Yeah. My
Clearing out first.
mistake, is getting the bins that conceal things. I actually have to have clear bins. So I can't hide my shame. Because when I try to hide the shame is when I keep stacking it up.
And that's a big thing about that we talk about with clients. Are you, because we all are different, right?
Yeah.
So are you a person that you need to see
Yeah.
your
What's in
stuff,
there?
or
Yeah.
you forget you have it and so you go buy more?
100%.
Or does that seeing all those clear bins make you stressed out?
Oh, see,
What if you're
that's-
both? I'm like, you're describing it. I was like, oh no, I don't like that.
stresses me out.
But it's true. Most people follow one camp or the other.
Yeah.
And if we have we label regardless, because I think labels are like the best thing you can ever do. And so we label either way, but most people fall on one camp or the other.
Yeah.
And they can't handle that visual chaos. They need that clear, seamless look. But then you've got to go look in the bin.
Yeah.
And that's a challenge to
Yeah.
look in the bin to see what you have.
I'm telling you, the psychology of like collecting special trash. I feel like I could be, if anybody's doing any research, they need a candidate, I'm here for you. Like, I want to understand what's wrong with me more than anybody else. But the whole concept that, like, when you're working with somebody, them understanding that everybody's different, I think is really important, because if you have this like one size fits all mentality towards organizing, then that is only going to work for the one, like the percent of the population that falls into that category. And that was why my first 2 attempts were so unsuccessful, because they weren't taking into consideration how I function. So I think that's the thing that I love so much about working with Maria is the level of like her asking me questions about what works and what doesn't. And she really adapts her whole offering to fit what I actually need versus even I think what I'm asking for. Cause like I think I want one thing and then she comes in and she's like, well, what about this? That? And I'm like, oh, that's a smarter idea.
Well, we always kind of look at it as our job is not to make you get rid of stuff.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I don't feel like that's my job. My job is not to bully you or pressure you or anything. My job is to make sure whatever you have left with in your home,
Yeah.
you have a reason for keeping it and you love it.
Yeah.
That those are that you're keeping the things that matter. I can't tell you how many times we've gone in and somebody's had something in a box in an attic and they're like, oh, but it's my grandma's, china.
Yeah.
And so, okay, great. Let's put it out somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's
yeah,
see
use
it.
then.
Let's use
Yeah.
it. If it's this important,
Yeah.
let's do it. And it comes from life experiences. My background is in teaching, and it's the same way in teaching. There's no one solution to teach a child how to read. There's no one way.
Yeah.
You have to have a toolkit full of ideas and full of ways of doing it. And it's the same thing with organizing. We don't go into any project with, okay, this has got to go here, this has got to go here, and this has got to go here. It'll never work.
It's an impartial third party who's not attached to the washer.
Yes.
And can.
Even if it is
We
weighty.
We just did a job.
Even if it's substantial.
We just did a job together with, something in the closet that was not clothing. It was a craft product.
Okay.
And, I made a plan for the closet to be a closet again. And then Maria sent me pictures and the craft products are back in the closet. And actually I have a couple of shelves in my car to make the hanging section, a shelving section. And I was like,
love
oh,
that.
they stayed in the closet. Okay.
She decided last minute that she loved the joy of having this particular craft in her room where she could get to it.
Okay.
And now because of the closet and the flexibility and the design, we're able to add what, $30 worth of shelves?
Yep.
And she now has this amazing clothing / craft closet in her bedroom where she can take some time at night when her kids are in bed and enjoy doing this craft that she wants to do.
Oh,
and
fun.
If we'd
everything's
done
laid out.
your closet, we could take out the rods.
You'd be like,
put shelves in so you could actually
why?
walk in your closet.
Like, so do you measure things or no? I don't. So what do you see like the most common mistake in closets that people make?
You know, it's really generally not. I feel like it's generally not the homeowner's fault. It's poor setup.
Okay, so it's
you
the
know, something
design.
that was, you know, the builder threw in $30 worth of wire racks and they filled the space and made it look interesting when it was open, and then you put your clothes in and things don't fit right.
That's what we do.
Hanging stuff, hanging stuff. I will say too, almost everybody thinks they can fit an island in. It's kind of entertaining to
Into their
see
closet?
how small the closet people think they can fit an island in.
I know.
Well,
I know
A lot of
that's
people
dream.
want an island.
I mean,
it's because we're poor.
it's because we're poor. That's
can't have
the
an
problem.
island.
So just to give you guys a reference here, so we follow those. I follow, and so
And now I
my
get
love
sent a bunch of
language is
memes.
sending reels on Instagram. So if you don't get 75 reels for me, then you're not in my inner circle. Just so you know, me and Maria don't follow each other on Instagram. If we did, she'd get too many reels from me. That's my love language. So one of the reels that I send Jess all the time is this guy. He's like British, but he's also Indian. So it's a nice mix. And he is always like
Wrapped up in a towel,
he
a
wraps him in a
blanket,
snuggie.
laying
And
down.
he lays down and he just watches video and he's like, "Oh, do you know why you can't do that? It's because you're poor." Like I think the one that I sent last night was like somebody was
Packing a lunch.
packing lunch for their kids, and it was caviar, like smoked salmon, cream cheese, and like figs.
Yes.
And he was like, "Oh, you don't pack your kids caviar
Oh,
for
it had,
lunch.
like,
It's because
special,
you're
like-
poor."
And it had special pellet ice. Oh, you don't put pellet ice.
Oh, you
in
don't
your-
put pellet ice in your kid's lunchbox.
Oh,
Well, it's because you're poor.
And I was like, listen, my kids are getting cheese balls, some tomatoes,
That's quality.
and some crackers and some pepperoni, and slap a cover on there with the ice
Boom.
pack.
She's keeping
Done.
it cool. That's more than even I got. I mean, listen, if I got lunch, that was a miracle. But if it was cold, I'd have been like, somebody's inhabited my mom's body.
Right.
So Jess is a really good mom, though. Jess's mom game is very strong.
Yes, but my kids are not getting caviar.
They're
They
not.
would. They also
What is
would
that?
open that and be like,
I
I
had
think-
caviar for the first time when I was like 40.
like, did you like it?
I don't think so. It was very salty.
A
Have you
little
guys ever had
slimy.
caviar?
No.
Yeah, it's
We're too poor.
Yeah, we're too poor. We work in the trades. We're too poor. We can't afford that. What are you talking about? So the most common is just like people thinking that they can fit more in there than they actually can.
Just that things aren't set up to fit the things that they have. You know, it's inefficient use of space usually.
Now, listen, I'm gonna ask the question everybody's thinking. How much does it cost on, like, is there a square footage price, or is it like what you're into? Like, how can you tell if you can afford to do a closet?
That's, you know, I get through my Instagram and Facebook requests a lot for pricing. And if somebody sends me dimensions and what they generally want, I will send back a design in 15 minutes. Maybe not 15 minutes. 15
She doesn't
minutes
want to
from
overpromise and
being able to
underdeliver.
see it. But, you know, it's the biggest determinant is if they just want hanging and shelving, and then we can do a walk-in closet for probably $1,500, $2,000.
Okay.
If they want drawers and doors and lighting and stuff, you know, I've done closets up to, you know,
Tell
tens
us
of
your
thousands of
most
dollars.
expensive closet.
$80,000 for a closet. Yeah,
Was it just a closet?
it was just.
Did it have an island?
Those people were
It
not
did have
poor.
an island.
Did it have-
It did
oh,
have
did
room.
it have a
had an
champagne
island.
fridge?
It had a
Did it have a champagne fridge?
golden ladder.
It had a gold ladder.
Yeah, no fridge, but a washer and dryer.
Shut your whole mouth.
Wow.
The whole thing. That's amazing.
I'm like,
They were not poor.
they were not
They
poor.
were not poor. They weren't.
Electronic locks that you could set from your phone.
What?
What? What was in their
for
closet?
their jewels, because they obviously had jewels.
Oh, did they have fancy purses?
The Hope Diamond lives in their closet. They have to keep that locked. Obviously, they don't want the help taking their jewels.
In their Birkin
No, I'm sure they're
bags.
lovely people. Yeah. I'm sure they're delightful, lovely humans.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I don't mind. I'm not trash talking. If you're the person that had the $80,000 closet, I just want to be your friend.
I just want to come see
know
it.
what that's like.
Can we come? Can we have a
tour
party?
your closet?
Have a little party
She
in
would
it.
probably be totally game. Yeah.
She's like, come do your whole podcast in my closet. And I'm like, done. Can I try things on?
You're coming with us. We're going to the closet.
Joe, the studio god, is going to set up this whole thing in somebody's closet. It's going to be amazing.
I feel like y'all would just be on the ladder.
100%.
100%. Does it move? Does it slide?
Oh my God. I would be Belle from Beauty and the Beast singing and dancing on that ladder. And then Joe would be like, you guys are fired. He's like, I'm quitting you. That's amazing. So islands in the closet, that's all the rage.
I think that, people watch HGTV and think that's cool. And if they have room, I love to do it.
Listen,
I love to do an island.
HGTV is the death to a contractor. No contractor is happy that HGTV exists. No. Designers probably are very thrilled that HGTV exists. But the people who have to actually build the things that they see on the TV, we're not excited about it. Okay, so when you guys work together, you come in and you're like, okay, you need Jesus and a closet designer. I'm going to at least bring in the closet designer.
Generally, that's what we do. We give them options.
Okay.
So you never want to put somebody in a position where they feel like they have to work with another professional.
Right.
We give our clients options. So we have a range of options. I'm also affiliated with the Container Store, which is a fabulous organization. God. I'm one of their official organizers.
Okay, watch out.
So, I'm affiliated with them. So they have a lot of great options. Sarah is another great option. I've actually been to her warehouse and her factory, which is super cool if you've not done.
Factory
I could
podcast.
probably spend $200,000 on a closet after seeing her factory. But there are lots of options. So we try to give people, hey, these are if we had our dream, let's dream big.
Oh, yeah.
And let's talk about what your dream would be. And then let's see what reality fits into that dream. So, we
Let's
give
see
them
what your
wishes
budget.
and caviar dreams on a Pinto budget.
But we try to give them options because not everyone's in a position to hire a closet designer.
Yeah.
Not everyone's in a position to go into the Container Store and have them design it. It's just not always feasible. So we try to give them reasonable options to work with either what they have, or a lot of people say, hey, who do you know that's reliable? And so then that gives me options to refer them to, because I know Sarah is going to show up. She's going to do a great job. Her guys are great. I've been to her factory. I've seen the stuff. I know what kind of quality she's putting in.
Yeah.
So it's great for me to have these different resources.
Okay.
To be able to refer people to.
Yeah.
And it depends what they're looking for. If they like the wire shelving, they want to do something a little more.
Wait, have you ever met anybody who liked the wire shelving?
Very rare.
I don't think I've ever met anyone.
Well, of course they're not
We
calling me.
tolerate wire shelving
Yeah,
because that's what
with it.
everybody puts in.
Right.
But anybody's like, oh my God, I love this.
It can work. And if you're there are a lot of people that are in situations where they need something that's removable because they're renting or they know they're going to sell. And so that's something we talk about our clients with is, do you want to invest in this closet?
Yeah.
Stuff that you can't take with you. If you know you're going to sell your house in 3 years or 2 years, is this worthwhile to you? So as an organizer, I feel like my job is to give them options,
I love that.
to give them information, to give them resources. But Sarah and I both will refer each other, but also with the caveat that there's no strings attached to it.
Yeah.
There's no strings attached.
No harm, no foul.
We're not right for everybody.
No, we're not. So our clients sometimes aren't right for me. My clients aren't right for her. And it's an option. It's a resource. So that's how we've always presented each other as, here's another resource if you're interested.
I love that.
Well, and there's sometimes things you can do that aren't my stuff. Container Store has great things that go on the door.
Yeah.
And I recommend those
Maria
to
got
people
me on
all
those.
the time.
She was like, okay, we're going to have to utilize space we don't have. Here's what we need. And I was like, okay, I'm on it.
Yeah.
But it's great. The Container Store does have a great option for on the back of the door. Their Alpha system is amazing. They have beautiful closet design in there.
Yeah.
And they have great designers that will go in, and sometimes that's a better fit. Sometimes Sarah's a better fit.
How do you know which is the right choice? So like, it's funny because I didn't really think about the Alpha system until you brought it up, and then I'm like, oh, is that do you have a system similar? You have your own thing, or is it just all like carpentry stuff?
Yeah, the company that I work for, we do our own product.
Okay.
Materials, everything. But that doesn't mean that I don't work in concert with other stuff sometimes.
Okay.
And people, it's a totally different product than the Alpha.
Yes. Completely different.
Bring on the competition,
Gosh,
try a
she's
couple
like,
of different
come
people
at
out
me, ho! Come
and
at me.
see what works.
Well, and that's where we try to educate our clients and say, hey, we've worked with Sarah. This is really great. We work with Container Store. They're really great. Here's some options.
Yeah.
Here's some ideas. Here's some things that you can do, depending on your budget, depending on the look you want.
Listen,
that type
Alpha
of thing.
ain't cheap either. Like,
No,
that's
it's
the other
not.
thing is like cost comparative. How does it rank? Because like, I think I spent just on a couple of door organizers at least $1,000. So it's how does it compare? Like, is it equally?
It's generally higher.
Oh, so Alpha's higher.
Yeah.
Watch
typically.
yourselves now. Okay, I'm just saying.
I had a client once that went with an IKEA TikTok hack.
I've seen those.
I think I generally don't see those people like they're going with their IKEA hack.
Yeah, listen, I love an IKEA moment. I'm not going to lie to you. I love putting
they're
together IKEA furniture because I love a challenge. I'm just like,
It's a hard challenge.
You only have pictures? I see you. So I'm here for an IKEA moment. However, like I feel like the IKEA hacks, the Instagram versus reality is a whole moment.
Very different.
Because it's like how it actually turns out versus like how they show you it turned out. I'm like,
There's a lot of good camera angles going on.
I just had a client that had built-ins, and she said it was an IKEA situation that she had brought in a contractor to make it look good, and she said she spent $10,000.
oh my gosh, you could have had a
Getting
kitchen,
it like
a whole-
painted and fixed up, and I was like, interesting.
you
If
could
we had
have
just
just
done
had-
it probably would have been like
God.
half of that.
Oh gosh! Wow. Okay, so that's something we talk about that a lot on the show
Don't
too.
DIY it.
Like the DIYing can sometimes cost you more, or like when you're trying to be more cost effective, you can actually end up spending more money, and that is the
And
huge
wasting
place.
your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
imagine all the time it took you to go there and build the things. And then I've gotten stuff from IKEA back when I it was just me and my son, and I got it home and I'm building everything. Do you know that they gave me 2 right sides of a table, like the legs?
The
So you couldn't put it together right because if you put it on, the rough edge was facing out. And I was like, And they don't just send you a new piece. No, you have to take it.
Oh no! So you had to take it all apart, take it back.
Take it back, and then go
Outrage.
through the store, find the bin with it. And then I realized this is why after you check out, they have the counters for you to open your boxes.
I did not know that.
Because then you can see if something's not in there or
Listen.
correct.
When I go to IKEA, it's a whole experience. Like I don't have the energy after I'm done going through the 75 Lowe's stores that is IKEA. Like I need a nap then.
But you could just nap on one of their beds. Just roll.
I will say I did give IKEA a lot of credit for me and Hector's relationship because we live in Raleigh are the closest IKEA. Thank God to my house. If there was an IKEA closer to my house, I would need Maria just to come every day. So it's 3.5 hours away. Thank God. But so I had a project in Charlotte when I met Hector. And so at the end of the day, the boss would be like, "Oh, Hector, do you want to go with me to the bar or do you want to go with Mikki to IKEA?" Because I would I would wait for this dude to finish drinking with the boys and then we'd travel back to Raleigh. I would go to IKEA. and just like get lost in IKEA. And so Hector would go with me, and we always joke like that's where we fell in love. Like we should have gotten married in IKEA.
That's
I heard there was
hysterical.
a snowstorm and some people got stuck in IKEA, and I was like, that might have been the perfect place to get stuck.
That's
in a
yes,
snowstorm.
that's the dream. That is the dream. Okay, so best times to bring in an organizer is anytime. We're just being honest. Like there's ideal times, which is like when you're moving, when there's a life change. I can't even imagine. Like my neighbor is actually a new mom, and I'm like, oh, that would be a good gift. Is that a thing? Like gifting, organizing?
So we're real careful with that. I'm gonna be
It's like
honest.
it's a little bit like
it's a little rude.
I have to be receptive.
Yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm not going to do it now. I thought it all the way through.
There you go.
Just there. And I was like, oh, if somebody gifted me organizing, I would be like, that's fair.
But you have to be real careful with that, and that's something that we've been approached several times actually.
You're like, all the
about it.
time.
And I'm like, okay, does the person know? Have they expressed interest in this?
Yeah.
Is it something they've told you they wanted? Because if they've not, I don't want to be the person in there trying.
Ding dong, who are you?
Maria's
I'm
like,
here to
please
organize
don't
your
gift me to people. That's just weird.
We have been gifted as a Mother's Day gift, but the mom wanted it.
Okay.
Okay.
So that actually was great.
Yeah.
We had clients and we were gifted to both their adult children.
Oh.
And that was great. They
Yeah.
were all very receptive. They all wanted it. So it worked out perfect.
But if you're a mother-in-law and you want to gift your daughter-in-law some
No.
organizing, you're going to lead your son to a divorce.
Yes. Unless daughter-in-law
Maria
has
doesn't
said
want to be
that
a
to
part
you.
of that.
Unless
So
she
we're-
specifically states.
We're real careful with that. Very,
That
very
makes
careful.
Oh, you're smart. Like
Yeah.
I clearly am not functional as an adult. Like I was like, yeah, gift organizing. And Maria was like, absolutely not. We won't even do that. It's in certain circumstances. Okay, so I think that is awesome. Like I cannot recommend enough. Like here's what led to like me being like, all right, we need to bring in like Jess, who do you know? The mental clutter that happens when the house is so cluttered that you can't think. Like that's a real thing.
It is a real thing.
It is like, I don't know the science behind it. I'm like, somebody should study it. Listen, I'm here for you if you are studying it. But it's a whole thing. So really it got to the point where it was like, all right, there's so much stuff in here. I can't think. Or here's the thing too. So my office is also, I have a split level. We've discussed this. My basement section, the first split is where my office is. It's also where
Her craft room is.
my craft room is, where we were filming the podcast. Like it was a whole thing. Like it's the
stuff.
everything area. It was so cluttered and like crazy making in the mind that I didn't want to go work.
Yeah.
So
that's a
like I was
problem.
I was coming up with reasons like, oh, I need to go to the job site. And I didn't realize I was doing it until I finally was like so far behind on like all the paperwork that it was like, okay, I need to figure out why I'm like the devil avoiding going into my office. And it was because it was just so cluttered that I felt like I'd go in there and immediately be like, So bringing Maria in and her helping me just, I don't know what it is. And I know
It's
you know this is a
accountability.
thing.
It's accountability.
Somebody being there and like holding the thing in their hand and you're wondering to yourself in that moment, why did I keep this?
Because it's substantial.
It's substantial.
Well, having an organized space is self-care.
It is. Well,
that's good.
it's self-care, but it also saves you money.
Yeah. Because
Saves
you're
you
not
time.
repurchasing.
We did a client, and I love her. She was so great. She still is great. Her mother-in-law was coming to visit
Okay.
and going to stay a month.
Oh, God.
And she's like, oh my God, I have to do something. So they didn't really have a pantry. Great townhouse they lived in, upscale, beautiful neighborhood. There's no pantry.
That's dumb.
There's no pantry.
Bad design,
Yeah, bad.
GCs.
Yeah, I got a few things GCs could do. But that was just, so we ended up having to take her front hall closet and we turned it into a pantry.
Oh.
She had so much food stuck into cabinets and buried.
Oh, wow.
They ate a lot of beans, a lot of different things like that was shelf stable. She texted me, she's like, I didn't have to buy anything except fresh fruit and vegetables and meat
Oh, wow.
for $6 months.
No way.
6 months. She had rice. She had
a lot
pasta.
of food that she
had
had hidden
beans,
everywhere.
You name it. She had it.
Yeah.
It was set up. She's like, I didn't have to go for 6 months.
Y'all, that's crazy.
The savings.
Yeah.
And then, we find things like people with toddlers buy lots of Tylenol, infant Tylenol.
Yep.
And they'll go to Costco, buy these big packs. It expires before your child takes it.
Right. You go to the regular drugstore and just buy the little tiny packs.
And it just so many times we've thrown out stuff that was expired. Like,
Yeah.
not just, it expired in June and it's July.
It expired in
3 years
2020.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Facts.
you're throwing, everybody worries about, is it a waste of money? Yeah, it's a waste of money. But you won't do it anymore once you have a system set up.
Yeah.
Once you have a clear, organized space, you get that peace of mind back. You get that money back that you're not spending on food. Same thing with a closet. Think about how many times you go in your closet. Every single day you start your day
Yeah.
in your closet or in your bathroom.
Yeah.
You're digging through hundreds of clothes,
Yeah.
trying to
It's
get
so
to the one
much.
thing that fits
Yeah.
or that you like or that you wear. Why are you doing that? Why are
Yeah.
you starting your day that way?
Mm.
You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And just like you avoiding your office
Yeah.
because it's cluttered in there.
Yeah.
What if you're avoiding getting paid?
Facts. I mean,
You
she's
know,
not wrong.
seriously.
The paperwork is how the checks come.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think that's just huge. And when one of the reasons why we brought Maria in is also because we had played around with the idea of just like burning the house down and building a new one.
I mean,
Which
that's
I say
always an
that every
option.
episode, but if my house ever catches on fire, I didn't do it on purpose. I just want that recorded for the record here for the insurance company to know that I just am joking. But we were really considering doing renovation, and Hector was like, hey babe, maybe before we like literally add another wing onto the house, because I was like full blown, like it's gonna be a garage with this, we're gonna tie it in, there's gonna be a freaking
Loft up there.
yeah, it was gonna be wild. We're gonna have like a living roof, and Hector's like, what are you doing? First of all, maybe we just get rid of some of the stuff we have and we'd actually fit in our house better. And I was like, oh, that's an idea. That's probably cheaper than just building another wing onto that.
You're just going to fill more stuff, more
And I'll
special
fill with
trash.
special trash.
Well,
So-
I mean, think about how much we've gotten rid of.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like,
I mean, carloads.
insane carloads.
Carloads.
The first time
Where
she came, 2 carloads. Oh my 2 carloads to the Goodwill, and then we filled up all the trash cans. It was,
Good Lord.
It was
And
really
all
bad.
the stuff that's usable, we push hard. Let's recycle it. Let's take it to somebody who
Donate
can
it,
use it.
yeah.
Let's donate it so somebody else can use it. You're literally sitting on things, clothing, coats, tools, utensils, whatever it is. Somebody else is in need of that.
Yeah.
In our world today, there are so many people in need.
Yeah.
It's sitting in your closet, holding space, causing you stress.
Yeah. When somebody else
When
actually
somebody
needs
else
it.
could use that coat to be warm this winter.
Yeah. Yeah. So listen, that really makes me think about my coat collection. Maria hasn't even gotten into my upstairs.
We'll get
space.
there. We'll get there.
There's 3 levels, and we're on the first.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's gonna be Maria. This is a long-term relationship.
Yep.
She's gonna be all the time.
Well, I have her team come once a quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the thing. So I have a friend who owns an organizing company in Colorado, and I reached out to her before I went on the search for a third organizer. And she was like, okay, I think these are the things you need to look for this specifically. And she was telling me, she was like, the thing, Mikki, I think you're probably just going to need to set them up quarterly. And I was like, you know what? I accept that.
And that's okay. And that's what we try to tell people. There's no shame in that.
Yeah.
There's no shame in needing help. The shame comes in suffering and not saying, please help me.
Yeah.
That's where you
True
should
story,
be ashamed.
y'all. Yeah.
It's not the getting the help. And we have clients that are perfectly capable of doing this. They don't have time. You're
Yeah.
running a construction company.
Yeah, it's a lot, and a podcast,
And a podcast.
and what else? We have a lot of things and a lot of pots on the stove, y'all. So yeah, I mean, and you're not. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. And so understanding, like, if you're currently in a place where you're like, I don't ever want anybody to come to my house, you probably need an organizer. If you don't go in your closet because it's full, you probably need a closet situation. You need a little rework.
Well, and I think the important thing to tell people is a lot of times they feel like they don't know where to start.
Yeah.
We do.
Yes, that is so true.
It's like we're going to come in and be able to see immediately okay, this is what we need to do.
Yeah.
And we work through it.
It is. I will tell you the most powerful thing somebody said to me while we were working with them. It's been a few weeks ago. We have an ongoing client. It is not Mikki. Just for the record. No, it is not Mikki. To be officially on the record, it was not her. But this is a client. We've been working with her probably a good 6 months. Okay. And it's, we work for 3 weeks. We take a little break.
Yeah.
We work at her pace because that's what she can handle. It was not a true, like what you see on TV, hoarding situation.
Yeah.
But she was in that direction.
Yeah.
And beautiful, beautiful human being. We love her dearly. She looked at me the other week and she said, when we started this process, I was cleaning out so I could die. She said, now I'm cleaning out so I can live.
Oh, you're doing it.
And it hit me.
Yeah, that's very serious.
And not all of our clients are like that. Not all of them are in that desperate situation.
Yeah.
Some people just want a really pretty pantry. And hey, I am
They want a
good with that.
Frenchscape.
I love a pretty pantry. But some people, this is their step back to living their life.
Yeah.
She's now would not leave her house, wouldn't do things. She's got a trip planned out in the country. In the spring. We call her our little butterfly because she's just blossomed.
Yeah.
She's become a person again.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing that I tell people all the time when I recommend Maria is when I look at the amount of money I spent and what it's done for my life, it's incomparable.
Yeah.
Like
that return on investment is there.
Last summer she helped me. We were going away for several weeks. We had a week before and a week after. And we were gone for 7 weeks. And in the week after, we were moving my kid into college. So I was like, I cannot be on our trip worrying about all the things that we're going to have to do when we come back. So before we left, we did it all. We packed everything. We cleaned out a baby room and made it, a come home from college room.
Great kid too, by the way.
And it was just like when I came home from the trip, I was like,
I'm so glad I did this.
And it was, you were asking about money before. I hope it's okay that I talk about money, but it was like $700.
Amazing.
For like just the unbelievable amount of peace of mind for the work that was done.
The peace of mind, guys, come on. Like, your mental state is important. Invest in yourself if you're in that position where you can. Like, listen, I grew up on them streets, so I understand if maybe you don't got money for an organizer. But when you get there, because you're gonna and we believe in you, hiring an organizer and having your closet done, treat yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, treat yourself. Where can we find you guys? So if we want to find you on socials, how do we reach out to you if we want a closet and if we want the organizing situation?
I am on Facebook, Instagram, Clearly Organized NC. Website is www.clearlyorganizednc.com.
Okay.
I'm all over the place.
Yeah.
TikTok.
You're on the talk.
I'm on the TikTok, girl.
Get her talk. She's getting her TikTok on. Do you do befores and afters?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
That's what it is.
It's all our social media is all before and afters pretty much.
Man.
So definitely, and with client permission, let me say, our clients
I'm not on there yet, y'all. We haven't gotten there that, but eventually I'll let you know when my before and afters are on the talk.
So.
What about you?
Mine's simple. It's just Instagram primarily. It's Sarah Tiani Closets at Instagram.
Okay,
Sarah
what we'll
Tiani
do
Closets.
is we'll put both of those down below in the show notes, so that if you want to reach out to these amazing humans that are doing the Lord's work, if we're being honest, the Lord's work, it will be all there in the show notes. Also, listen. This is the weird time in the show where I ask you to like and subscribe because it's free and help us out. I want to be famous so bad so that I can afford an $80,000 closet. Come on, guys.
With an island.
Like button. I need a like. I need locks so I can lock up my Hope jewels. My Hope diamond situation. The one that was on the Titanic. Come on. Help me help you. So if you could like and subscribe, we would appreciate that. We'll just leave a comment. Be like, hey, let's talk about your special trash. Mikki, I'm here to talk about my special trash.
Tell us what your special trash is.
What do you want to know? You want to have a special trash convo? We're here for it. Not so much Jess. She's not a hoarder.
Not a hoarder.
Also, our website. So if you have a homeowner horror story, I'm gonna say this. I would like it if you can put in the homeowner horror story that you don't want us to share your information. but could you please leave your real email? Because sometimes I have questions. And it's like, it would be better to come to the homeowner, like come to the show with your horror story and the answers to those questions instead of us just being like, I don't know. But so far, like not very many people have left their real email. So like when I have questions, it gets bounced back and it's like, girl, that's not a real email. And I get it. We're not going to put you on a list or anything. Like we're not that sophisticated.
Nope, not doing it.
We just have follow-up questions. So, I mean, dealer's choice. You don't have to, but if
it would
you
be helpful.
could leave your real email, we're happy to not put your information in anywhere in the show. Jess would literally never.
No.
But I do have some follow-up questions from time to time. So if you could go to chicksinconstruction.com, leave us your homeowner horror story with your actual email. I would appreciate that because we always want to help other people live their best lives and learn the easier way, not the hard way. Life's hard. Life's complicated. Help other people learn from your mistakes. So that would be awesome. And guys, we appreciate you coming to the show. We appreciate having you guys on the show and you giving us your time. And you guys have a great day. All right? Bye.